Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be into something very special. True heavyweight clash.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go on it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot. And he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and the speed of thought is actually quite impressive. And it often keeps him away from trouble.
Okay, interesting. Lewis. And here's Foden. Muscular approach does pay off here. Colomboani. Strong running down that left flank. Succumbs to the pressure. Foden. Savinho. Rory. Rodri. Savinho. Rory. Savinho. That was very necessary. And reclaimed it in a trice. Stones. Rory. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And here's Haaland.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Romero. Right over towards the opposite flank. Kudus. Palhinha, and it's Udogi. Colomboani. Nicely intercepted. Vadio. Rory. Savinho. Vadio. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. And here's Foden. Now it's Foden. The ball goes in. Keeper's dealt with that. Palhinha clears it away. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Showing good feet. Rodri.
Foden. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Kolomwani proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Savinho. Ignory. Bernardo Silva. Ignory. And it goes crossfield. Lewis. Foden. Foden just making a foray down the right. Oh, what a climb! That needed to be better. He knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Romero. Foden. And it's Lewis. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Here's Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Lewis puts the ball in.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Bissouma, Van de Ven, Danso, looks to the other side, Pedro Porro, Romero, Bissouma, Pedro Porro, Bissouma, Kudus, Foden, Savinho, Rodri, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Ignory, and here's Savinho. Lovely feet, and it's Bernardo Silva. Takes the shot! That's a waste.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And that's a throw. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Haaland. Oh, good spread. Looking for a decent ball in. Clear away, crossed in again, and he's there to clear it. Guardiol, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Bernardo Silva. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now then, the ball's come loose. That's a throw. And it's Rodri. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. And here's Foden. Header comes in! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Oh, what a great leap. You have no right to get to that.
Danso. Udogi. Bissouma, Van de Ven, Johnson, Pedro Porro, Johnson, and here's Kolomwani. Kolomwani spread out to the left. Oh, that's nice. Chance to play it in. Tries to get it clear. Bissouma. Del Pereira. Udogi. And here's Kudus. Hoisted in. Stones attempts a clearance. Savinho. Glory. Fadio. Played towards the other side. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Glory. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Here's Foden. It's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Romero with the clearance. And it's Rodri. Here's Foden. Oh, it's a great ball here. Haaland. Danger averted for now. Oh, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Romero, Bissouma, Danso, Udogi, Del Pereira, Kudus, Johnson, head out towards the right wing. He's free, he has got space. Been run straight back. Colomboani! Haaland. Romero. Bissouma. Van der Ven. Van der Ven shifted upfield. That's Porro. And here's Johnson. Here's Colomboani! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. And here's Haaland. Del Pereira. Johnson. Udogi. Danso. Udogi. Danso. Udogi. Danso. Bissouma. Romero. Johnson. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Rodri. Lewis. Fadio. Bernardo Silva. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Foden. Some good work on the right flank here. And that has been cleared. Johnson. Danso. Kudus. Udogi. Danso. Van der Ven. Romero. Bissouma. Joao Palhinha. And it's Kudus. Udogi. Kudus up to saves the Saints! And that's caused a worry or two. Defending of the desperate variety. Joao Palhinha takes a shot. Straight at the keeper.
Joao Palhinha usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can though.
Johnson.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly could they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Nice control. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Haaland! Danso, gently done. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Referee's given a throw. Udogi picks it up now. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Defending, but that'll do. Guardiola can get it clear. Foden, Udogi has got himself a free kick. Gets it away. Bernardo Silva. Savinho chooses to go cross-field. Foden making good progress on the right-hand side. Played in by Foden.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Foden clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Romero. Van der Ven. What you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Danso. Bissouma. Danso. That this was in the script. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Good play. Lewis. That is good strength. There are a few waiting for it. Danso can get it clear. Well,
They're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence the decision to...
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Getting this one clear.
Foden.
Bernardo Silva. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Dansu. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Romero. Pedro Porro. Stones, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Foden. Rodri.
It's run loose here. Nice physical challenge. It's a good run down the right. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Kudus forwards with intent. Pedro Porro. Looks to the other side. Udogu. Van der Ven. And claimed it back swiftly. Pedro Porro. Romero. João Palhinha. Danso. Udogu. Danso. Romero. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Foden. Bernardo Silva.
Foden.
Played out wide. Oh, that's neat. Plenty waiting in the middle. Played into the middle. Van der Ven is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, it's come loose. He's well positioned here. And here's Savinho. Aimed in towards the centre. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Lofted through here. So nearly the perfect ball. Pedro Porro. Romero. Van der Ven. João Palhinha. That's really well manoeuvred. Danso. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Johnson.
Rodri.
Foden. Proves too strong. Palhinha did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Romero, aim forwards. And it's Toro. Now that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's there to clear it. Claudio. Savinho. And it goes cross-field. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. In into the middle. And that has been clubbed away. Haaland has it back and can go again. Oh, it looks like he's been taken out there. Referee has just said play on. Kudus. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Udogi. Kudus. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro, gently down. Johnson showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Savinho played out to the left flank. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Colomwani did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Pedro Porro. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Moved on forwards. And there's green grass ahead of him. And that has been cleared. Out towards the flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And they've got rid. It's a throw-in. Savinho. Oh, it's played into the area.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
It's Kudus. Out to the left it goes. Cross goes in there. Rodri. And it's played forward. Savinho goes on a charge down the left. Haaland goes for a shot! Cleared away. Applies the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. To cause even more damage here.
João Palhinha. it's Kudus. That's a cute ball. Stones can get it clear. The doggy tries to... Could be danger! Shoots! They're back within reach! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. This is the kind of scene that makes managers go crazy.
So is this the start of a comeback? Savinho.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone begging.
Oh, nice touch. And here's Savinho. Defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played towards the other side. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Pedro Porro forwards and with intent. Rodri. Foden. Rory. It's Bernard. Big chance! Get that clear. Guardiola chooses to go cross-field. Foden. He is just caressing the ball. Rodri. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Johnson. The doggy. Van de Beek. Foden. Guardiola. Aim forwards. That's so. And it's Kudus. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
He's absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
That's really well manoeuvred. Savinho, and it goes cross-field. Foden. Rodri. Played out to the right. And it's Rodri. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kudus. Lewis wins the duel this time. Rory. Bernardo Silva. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Lewis, probing pass. Brilliantly cut out. João Palhinha. Romero. Calmly anticipates. Savinho shifted upfield. Oh, Haaland! Oh, that's not troubling anyone. Udogi. Done so gently done. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. And it's played forward. Nuri. Looks to the other side. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. And here's Foden. Foden plays it in. Danso. Bissouma. Kudus. Danso. Joao Palhinha. Udogi. Romero. Bernardo Silva. Stones. Foden. Joao Palhinha. Joao Palhinha. Kudus. Udogi. Danso. Udogi. Kudus. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lewis. And it's Lewis. Nuri. Lewis. Foden. Now who's going to be first to this? Now it's Foden. Foden. Now here's the delivery. Bernardo Silva with the short one. Oh, sweet feet. Lewis. Rodri. Savinho. Chance to deliver. And the keeper has it. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Bissouma. Kudus. Bissouma. Stones. Foden. Oh, it's played into the area. And it's claimed by the keeper. And it's Kudus. And here's Colomwani. This physical challenge. He was caught in there, it's a free kick. desperate variety. That's a nicely weighted pass. That's going to go a long way. Kudus. Doggy. And he has been fouled there. Lewis. Vardio. Moved on forwards. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Now this could be a chance. And another try! And that's past the post. Danso shifted upfield. Bissouma. Udogi. Kudus. Great defending, strong and determined. Rodri. Ignoring. Played towards the other side. Lewis. Foden. Lewis. Played in by Foden. Oh, smashing header! Good joy with a decent try.
I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
They're seeing lots of the ball, trying to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Bissouma. Johnson. Bissouma. Romero forwards and with intent. Bissouma. And it's Porro. Johnson. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Lewis with the clearance. That's really well manoeuvred. Bissouma. Kudus. Koulibaly. Spread out to the left. Kudus. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. It's Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. And it's played in. Climbs up big! So who's he picking out? Swings it across. And that has been cleared. Foden. Rodri. Ignoring. Now it's Savinho. Cross. It's a mighty effort! It's the worst header in the world, but nothing comes of it. Incredible. We are all
all the time in the world to kick the spot as well.
Romero, and he goes cross-field. Foden. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! And he steered it beyond the post.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Crossfield, changing the point of attack. Udogi. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Udogi. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Kudus. Udogi finds himself offside.
Foden.
Rodri. Nuri. Savinho. And it's hoisted clear. Bissouma. Johnson. Rodri, aim forwards. Now it's Colomwani. Out to the right. Johnson. Succumbs to the pressure. Bernardo Silva did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Savinho. Nuri. And he goes cross-field. And the pass is intercepted. João Palhinha. Kudus. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Danso looks to the other side. Bissouma. Brennan Johnson. Bissouma. Bissouma forwards and with intent. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Lewis, and it's played forward. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Nice looking ball. Udogi. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Kudus looks to get on the end of this. Savinho given the lift of his goal. They played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Foden. That's tidy. Lewis tries a cross. And it's been taken short. That's really well manoeuvred. Danso. Udogi. Bissouma. Oh, can he get onto this? And here's Colomwani. Bissouma. Played out to the right. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And he shoots! That's Kudus. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Savinho. Stones. Lewis. And here's Haaland. Great chance! Oh, and he's following up! Oh, denied at the last.
I'm not sure what happened there, Tito. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Bernardo Silva plays it short. Now it's Colomwani. He's away. That's come loose. Good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Bernardo Silva done delicately. Udogi. It's still a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Van der Ven shifted upfield. And that's well seen too. Rodri. Lewis. Foden. And it's Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Oh, great play! Decent chance! And he's kept it out. That's a great save. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Johnson gently down. Kudus. Udogi. Lobbed in behind. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Ignoring. Played towards the other side. And it's Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. And they've got a throw. Rodri. Lewis. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Lewis. That's an excellent interception. Savinho wins the duel. Haaland! Bernardo Silva goes short. Looking for a decent ball in. Bernardo Silva delivers. Not one of his best. Moved on forwards. Van der Beek. Johnson. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. And here's Kudus. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick.
Johnson really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Foden. And it's Lewis. Lewis puts them all in. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Van der Ven aimed forwards. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bissouma shifted upfield. Ruben Dias. Savinho. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Foden carries the ball down the right. Delivered with... Oh, smashing header! Oh, terrific save. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. And it's played forward. And it's Bernardo Silva. João Palhinha. Udogi. Bissouma. Foden, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Savinho. And he's on a charge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Danso attempts a clearance. Proves too strong. Bissouma, Romero, Johnson, Bissouma, Van de Ven, Brennan Johnson, Pedro Porro, oh, it's Johnson, oh sweet feet, there are a few waiting for it, cross goes in there.
That might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And the shot! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Rodri clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him.
Van de Ven. Danso. Stones producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Savinho. Savinho! He's put his foot right through that one.
Savinho probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Savinho. Tries a measured ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Danso. Moved on forwards. Bissouma. Johnson. And it's Porro. That is lovely. Oh, nice touch. A chance to play it in. Kudus. Goes down, but nothing given. Lewis. Head towards the other side. Savinho. Ignoring. Lovely bit of skill. As cross climbs up big.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Goes for the shot! The best in the keeper.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Van de Ven. João Palhinha. And it's played forward. Van de Ven. Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. Udogi. Now it's Kudus. Oh, such a clever touch. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
That's a fine challenge. Johnson. Udogi. Van de Ven. Bissouma. Udogi. Pedro Porro. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Romero, long ball upfield. Guardiola forwards and with intent. Nuri. Looks to the other side. Foden. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Savinho providing an outlet on that flank. Van der Ven with the clearance. Bissouma. Romero. Aim forwards. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. João Palhinha. João Palhinha. Oh, that's a nice ball. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro tries across. Ruben Dias. Savinho. Foden. Foden. Oh, that's nice. And it's Lewis. Rodri. Udogi. Bissouma. Udogi. Moved on forwards. Done so. That's really well manoeuvred. Bissouma. Bissouma, gently done. And here's Kudus. Now it's Kolomuani. Lewis. Foden. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Nuri. Palhinha does really well to win the ball there. Johnson. Romero. Haaland. Foden. Cleared without complication. Aimed it back swiftly. It is quite a run he's making here. Aimed in towards the centre. Tries to get it clear. Rodri. That's a dangerous ball. Haaland. This has gone, that's foul.
Well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal there.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Palhinha. Romero. Pedro Porro. Romero. Bissouma. Nuri. Crossfield changing the point of attack. No question, that's a foul. Here, and I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Pedro Porro tries to clear. Out for a throw. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Udogi. João Palhinha. Romero. João Palhinha. Kudus. Udogi. Bissouma. And it's played forward. Kudus. And it's Udogi. Succumbs to the pressure. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
He just needed to be quicker then. His defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself.
Rodri. Well, that's well done, really robust. Udogi. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Pinged towards the front line. And he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better though. The final ball was very clear.
Foden. That's a good one he's making there. Playing. Oh, smashing header! Oh, it needed better placement. Haaland.
Really was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Bissouma. Romero forwards and with intent. Kudus. João Palhinha. Udogi. João Palhinha. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Can he latch on to this? Johnson. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Hoisted clear. That's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Udogi. Kolomwani is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
That's good play. Johnson, now here's the delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. Bissouma. And here's Kolomwani! Keeper always had the measure of that. Stones clears it away. It's really well manoeuvred. Kudus. Van de Ven shifted upfield.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment at least.
Rodri. And here's Haaland. Now it's Savinho. This physical challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, Dogged defence on the other. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Udogu. Done so. Played towards the other side. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. And it's Udogu. Score approach does pay off here. Udogu is fouled. Kudus. That's very neat. Savinho. Haaland looking to penetrate opposition lines. Savinho proves too strong. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Bissouma, Brennan Johnson, Bissouma, Pedro Porro. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Leg back in. Foden. Out to the left it goes. Well, that is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Kudus. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Haaland. And here's Haaland. There's the shot! And that comes to nothing.
Well, let's just consider that one arranged by the Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
João Palhinha. Done so. Udogu. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. He's through here. Gets the shot away! Oh, it's great volley.
It was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Ignori. Looks to the other side. Lewis. Foden. Lewis. That's a throw. Lewis. Up he goes! Wasn't a great header in the end. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. Johnson. Romero. Van de Ven. Jordan. And it's Kudus. Kudus. Pamilla. Oh, good ball. Played out wide. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Lewis. Foden. Rodri. Bissouma with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. One through, gets it away. It's Bernardo Silva. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Rodri. Lewis. And here's Foden. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. And here's Savinho. Can he deliver? Very nicely done. And he's dealt with that well. Alinia aim forwards. Romero. Bissouma. Johnson. Kudus could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Lewis, gently done. Joao Palhinha. Udogi. Kudus. Moved on forwards. Oh, such a clever touch. Kudus. And the shot! Pedro Porro plays it short. So who's he picking out? Joao Palhinha. Palhinha played out to the left flank. And the ball's come loose here. One ball looking to counter. Foden. Foden, and he's making progress on the ball. Plenty waiting in the middle. And out it comes again. Searching pass he's played there. That is a great pick out. He's got away. And it's Udogi. Oh, that's nice. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. Savinho. Nice interception, well timed. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. João Palhinha. Brennan Johnson. Oh, good spread. Well read. And the danger is averted. Lewis. Ruben Dias. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Romero. Brennan Johnson. Pedro Porro. Johnson looking to run onto it. Might be danger here. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. Savinho. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
It's Bernardo Silva. Lewis. That's good play. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Udogi going full tilt down the left. Ruben Dias. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Swings it across. Udogi. Romero. Pedro Porro. Romero. João Palhinha. Here's Colomwani. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Savinho's cross. And it's hoisted clear. Bissouma wins the duel this time. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Danso. Lewis, and it goes cross-field. Ignoring. Rodri. drawing. Pedro. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Johnson. It'll be a throw-in. Lewis shifted upfield. Foden. Haaland. Savinho. And that's been won straight back. It's really well manoeuvred. Kudus. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. And he's heaved it away. Ruben Dias has it back and can go again. Done so. Aim forwards. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. João Palhinha gently done. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nice touch. And it's Bissouma. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. What a throw in. That is lovely. Succumbs to the pressure. Foden. And here's Haaland. He's had a shot! Vicario trying to keep this in. And it's played forward. Foden. It's Bernardo Silva. Pedro. Romero forwards and with intent. Kudus. João Palhinha. Udogi. Danso chooses to go cross-field. Brennan Johnson. Pedro. That's very neat. And here's Johnson. Pedro puts them all in. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And it's Lewis. And here's Haaland. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Foden! Now it's Savinho. few waiting for it. That is a brilliant interception. And there's the shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. Savinho tries looking up for options on the left. Oh, what a climb! Decent chance, that is a fine delivery.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Doggy. Danso. Romero. Bissouma. And it's Porro. Does really well to win the ball there. The referee's awarded a free kick. He has shown him a yellow card. Savinho. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Johnson. Pedro Porro battling down that right flank. A chance to play it in. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. That's really well manoeuvred. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Kudus. Bissouma. And it's Porro. Johnson. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's been taken short. Pedro Porro tries across. Defending of the desperate variety. Doggy. Trapalinha. Cardio. Foden. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And here's Colomwani. He is just caressing the ball. Here's Colomwani. And it's Trapalinha. And here's Johnson. He's cut it out. Ignoring. Here's Haaland. Oh, red. Nice interception. Johnson. Romero. Danso. Kudus. Danso. Udogi. Bissouma. Nice control. defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Looks to the other side. Foden with full tilt down the right-hand side. He's there to get rid. Danso. Palinha, Kudus, Udogi, Van der Vaart, and it's played forward. The pass has gone astray. Fabinho, Lewis. Foden. And here's Haaland. Real chance! Terrific save.
It's only a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame you didn't go keeper of it,
Udogi. Bissouma. He's got space here. Kudus. Into the last quarter of an hour. Bissouma, Brennan Johnson, nicely shaped cross. Stones gets rid without sophistication. Donnarumma sends that a long way. Bissouma shifted upfield. And it's Kudus. Certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Vardiol. Lewis. Now it's Foden. Can he deliver? Foden plays it in. Bissouma gets good distance on it. Palinha. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Bissouma, Palinha, and it's Kudus. Johnson played with finesse. Rodri. Ignoring. And it goes cross-field. Foden. Kudus does really well there. Strong defending. Udogi. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Kudus. Palinha. Udogi. Oh, sweet feet. Kudus. Johnson. Played out to the right. He's found a way through. Ruben Diaz clears it away. It's really well cleared. Romero, gently done. And it's Toro. Bissouma. Johnson. Savinho did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Haaland. Savinho. And that's aimed into the middle. Bissouma. Kudus. Udogi. Savinho, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. The most accurate pass. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Caresses it through. Clear away. And they've been given a corner. Danso, moved on forwards. Bissouma, Pedro Porro. Oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. Brennan Johnson, and here's Kudus. Doggy. Here's Colomwani, and he's heaved it away. Johnson, and it's Udogi. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Pedro Porro has it in a wide position. He's got options in the box if he wants, and he's asking for trouble. And here's Kudus. Haaland. Alinia wins the duel this time. Johnson. Foden. And here's Savinho. Ignoring. Muscular approach does pay off here. Bissouma did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Johnson. it's Kudus. Udogi. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
That's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Rodri. Crossfield changing the point of attack. And here's Haaland. He's gone for goal! There was plenty on that.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Udogi. Danso. Kudus. Bissouma. Brent defending, strong and determined. Bernardo Silva. Right towards the other side. Foden. Nice interception, well timed. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. He's in plenty of space here. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass was lacked pace.
Kudus. That's a delicate cross. That'll be a corner. He's there to clear it. Haaland. Now it's Savinho. Haaland. And here's Foden. Lewis. Bissouma. Proves too strong. Colomwani had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Udogi. Danso. Kudus looking for a runner. Udogi. Haaland shifted upfield. Romero, and it's played forward. And it's Udogi. Succumbs to the pressure. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. It had to be. It is over the line. Out towards the flank. Time to deliver. That's tidy. Kudus' chance! Got the hard part right, but the rest wrong. Ruben Dias, forwards and with intent. Udogi. Van der Ven. Udogi. That's really well manoeuvred. João Palhinha. Into the last 5 minutes. Danso. Udogi. Danso. Udogi. João Palhinha. Johnson. Kudus played out towards the right wing. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Rodri. Foden. Lewis. Foden. Lewis. Rodri. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Kolumwani did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. And it's Bissouma. Johnson. His shift could be danger here. Looking for a decent ball in. Kolumwani. And the finish! Lacking in accuracy. Rodri. Lewis. Lewis head over towards the opposite flank. Savinho. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. And that has been cleared. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Foden. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Romero. Pedro Porro. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Bernardo Silva. Foden. And here's Haaland. And here's Foden. Danso. Johnson. Now it's Kolumwani. Great defending, strong and determined. Foden. Nuri. Bernardo Silva. Nuri. Rodri. Aim forwards. Foden is onto it in a flash. João Palhinha. Kudus. Bissouma. Spread out to the left. Now it's Kolumwani. He's fouled him there. Tempers are flaring. The referee really needs to get a grip again.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Ruben Diaz getting this one clear. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. They've played it short. There are a few waiting for it. And it's Joao Palinha. Basuma, back when it goes. No way through, so back it comes. Messi. Can he finish? Oh, he's missed it. Rodri. Lewis looks to the other side. Savinho showing good feet. A chance to play it in. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Joao Palinha. Foden. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. That's surely a foul, free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And that has been clubbed away. That's the throw. Nuri. Savinho. Savinho's cross. And back out it comes. Johnson wins the duel this time. Chance!